Chapter 3, Organizations and Accounts. Chapter 3 covers organizations and accounts, how AWS environments are structured beyond a single account, why account boundaries matter, how organizational units and SCPs create guardrails, and how this becomes the foundation for secure platform growth. An AWS account is more than a place to log in. It is a security boundary, billing boundary, operational boundary, quota boundary, and blast radius boundary. In small experiments, one account can feel convenient. In serious environments, one shared account quickly becomes difficult to govern. Production systems, development workloads, security tooling, logging, networking, data platforms, sandboxes, and shared services all have different risk profiles. If they all live together, permissions become harder to reason about, audit trails become noisy, and a single mistake can affect too much. AWS Organizations exists to manage that problem. It lets an organization create and govern multiple AWS accounts centrally. The management account owns the organization structure. Member accounts contain workloads or platform functions. Organizational units, usually called OUs, group accounts by environment, function, business unit, compliance scope, or platform responsibility. A common structure might separate production, non-production, sandbox, shared services, security, and logging accounts. The exact model should follow ownership and risk, not just technical neatness. The most important idea is that accounts are part of the architecture. Separating production from development is not bureaucracy. It limits accidental access, reduces blast radius, clarifies ownership, and makes cost and audit data easier to interpret. A production account should not feel like a shared playground. A sandbox account should not have the same guardrails and access model as a regulated production workload. A log archive account should be protected from the teams whose activity it records. Service control policies, or SCPs, are the main guardrail mechanism in AWS organizations. SCPs do not grant permissions. They define the maximum permissions that accounts under an OU or account are allowed to use. That distinction is critical. If IAM allows an action, but an SCP denies it, the action is still denied. SCPs are useful for rules that should not depend on each individual workload team, such as preventing use of unapproved regions, blocking changes to security logging, restricting dangerous services, or protecting baseline controls. Guardrails work best when they are clear and intentional. Too few guardrails leave teams exposed to avoidable risk. Too many guardrails can block delivery and push teams into exceptions. A mature platform uses preventive controls for non-negotiable risks, detective controls for things that should be monitored, and clear exception processes for legitimate edge cases. Control Tower builds on organizations by providing a managed landing zone pattern. It helps set up account structure, baseline guardrails, centralized logging, audit accounts, and account vending. It is not magic, and it does not replace architecture decisions, but it gives organizations a stronger starting point than manually assembling everything from scratch. Cost management also improves with good account structure. Consolidated billing gives one payment and central visibility, while account-level separation makes it easier to see who owns spend. Tags remain important, but tags work better when combined with clean account boundaries. An account can represent an environment, product, platform capability, or business area. That makes both governance and financial accountability more practical. A senior engineer should remember that AWS account design is one of the earliest platform architecture decisions. Poor account structure is painful to repair later because workloads, permissions, logs, networks, pipelines, and billing all grow around it. Good structure does not need to be complicated, but it must be deliberate. Use accounts to isolate risk. Use OUs to organize ownership. Use SCPs for hard guardrails. Use Control Tower or landing zone automation to make the structure repeatable. The goal is not more administration. The goal is a cloud environment where teams can move quickly inside safe, visible, and governable boundaries.